Well, it looks like another heavy hitter port is here on the Nintendo Switch 2, and this time it's Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, developed by Machine Games and published by Bethesda. As I've been playing through this game, I can just tell you straight away, this feels like an authentic Indiana Jones experience, even more so than the recent movies by like a mile. And that's kind of a little sad, but the game's awesome, so I don't really mind it in that case. From the authentic presentation, the overarching mystery, to the you love to hate 'em villain, in general it feels like such a natural fit and features such an amazing adventure. It almost feels so natural that you're wondering why more Indiana Jones games haven't been made like this. But that's my general thoughts on the game itself. But let's get into the port quality of this game, which it has a lot to talk about, like the control features having gyro and mouse controls. Performance-wise, the game runs at 30 FPS, but much like previous Machine games, they oddly make it feel smooth, and I don't know how they do it. Like, the input latency doesn't feel bad like some other games do at 30 FPS. And the game's entirely on cart. That's quite impressive for such a pretty package. And yeah, the visuals are awesome. Some scenes look straight out of the movie on the big screen, like Switch 2 is really pulling off some amazing visuals. But I will say, not all is perfect. There's a lot of small things that can add up to slowly chip away at the experience. For starters, whenever there seems to be an autosave or you're going into a big section, there's like a less than a second frame stutter that is pretty noticeable. But it never really gets in the way once you have the autosave complete and you're exploring in a specific area. Another thing is, during cutscenes, while they do visually look impressive, whenever there's camera cutaways, there is a half frame hold before it swaps to the next camera position, which in most cases is pretty not noticeable, but there are some scenes where the camera swaps a lot and it feels like the game's having a hard time keeping up. And when it comes to the forest-rich areas in this game, the foliage has some seriously noticeable pop in at times. But while it's noticeable, it's not egregious. And same goes for loading in shadows. They can kind of load in as chunks, not too far away from your perspective. Last but not least, there are some few visual bugs that showed up during my playtime. They felt very rare, but I just wanted to make note of it. That sounds like a lot of negatives, but it really didn't hold back from me enjoying the experience, as once you're in the game and it's working as intended, it's just a very immersive and beautiful game. I actually really preferred playing in cinematic mode because it made it really feel bigger than life, and as it says, cinematic. I didn't record it too much for the review, but I'll showcase some footage here just to show you the feeling of it. It really does feel like you're watching a movie at times, and that's kind of awesome, and I like that. So yeah, the port quality is not perfect, but it's such a good end result. It comes up close to other impressive ports like Resident Evil Requiem when it comes to quality. I legit mean it. Sometimes it just looks fantastic. I just hope they have the time to patch in a few improvements here and there, especially with the cutscene stalls. I think that would just help out in general. Now I want to talk about the gameplay more because this feels like the best of Machine Games' knowledge of Nazi killing gunplay mixed with some rather hefty amount of exploration and puzzle solving. I think the mix of those really elevates all of the elements together and is one of Machine Games' best games yet. And this is coming from someone who loves Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. The game will have you go through these semi-large open areas with a bunch of interesting characters and moments that happen that sometimes feel like the main plot when you realize it was just the side quest. And the way they did the menus and upgrades feel very diegetic. I really love that you have to read books to gain knowledge on new skills, and having to physically look down at your map to look at where you're going, and then being able to look up and walk around while still holding the map. It's super impressive. It just shows how many cute and fun touches the developers put into this game to really make you feel like you're on an adventure. So as the nature of the beast when it comes to reviewing a game, I had to kind of run through the game. And I'm going to be honest with you, that is not the intent with this game. take your time with it, as there's so much fun things to explore that have so much care, so much love, and so many unique gameplay moments. It's worth the extra time, and it rewards you, as there are some difficult moments towards the end that when you're upgraded, it's a much easier time. So I kind of got punished for trying to get through it quickly, but I'm not holding it against it. That's just the nature of the beast when it comes to reviewing. So when it comes to my review of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I'm giving it a liked a lot. While the port could use just a touch more improvements to smooth out some of the rough parts, it is still wholly enjoyable start to finish and can look very comparable to the other versions. I mean, just let me show you this real quick. Like, look at that. That's a little tablet compared to a console. That's just so mind-blowing to me. And with all that, thank you all for watching, and for more on all things gaming, subscribe to GameXplain. See ya!